Hello, everybody. Welcome to Full Throttle Vision. It is 12 o'clock on Friday. We do this every Friday at 12 o'clock. Today we got Les. Les, say hello to everybody.
Hey, Don.
So Les is actually running the computer screen, so he's going to look over here today, and he'll be looking back and forth for comments and everything like that. And, you know, we were just doing a countdown to start the show, but that countdown also started some other things that we're going to talk about here very shortly.
Yes. Give it just a couple minutes.
We're going to let people get on and see what's going on with our stream and everything like that. First, we want to bring up that the new issue is out. This is the first Friday of the month, so the brand new issue is out. We got the cover with attorney Fran Hosh and her family and her mom and dad and kids. Look at that. I mean, she always does wishing everybody a happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You got Rhett and the boys and their puppy dog on there. And I was actually at that building. That building is probably so crazy old. I mean, it's awesome. It's but look at that shot. Everybody and her and her family and her dad and everything like that. It's just great to see. I love having Fran on our December cover every year. She's on 2 of our covers every year, right?
Yep, 2 covers.
What's the other one?
4th of July week.
There it is. I was just seeing if he was paying attention. So Fran's always on our July and December cover. She's pretty much on every cover we do because she does so much stuff in the motorcycle community, doesn't she? That was a lead to you, doesn't she?
Yes,
so
she
much
does.
Stuff in. Come on, let's pay
I'm reading
attention.
over here.
He's reading what's going on. So this is Les. Dan couldn't see it last time we did this. Dan was doing one of these.
I was reminded
to
first
see
thing
what's
this
going
morning
on.
to take my glasses.
So you can see what's going on. And then we got the back cover with Fran. Let's pull that up too. It's a Christmas one. That's the one you're going to see on their billboards. That's out there right now. The back cover. She always does our back cover of Full Throttle magazine every month. Oh, I just got something. It just told us we sold our first ticket.
Right on.
Okay, so there's Fran's back cover. God bless you and your family right there. Fran and the family and the kids. It's great. And Rhett on their motorcycle. She got a deluxe. Isn't that great? That's a great bike, isn't it? I do like the deluxe. They've done so much with that deluxe motorcycle lately. You could turn it into a Cholo style in seconds.
It's endless. It's endless what you can
And
do
what's
with
funny is when it came out, do you remember talking about the deluxe? It was like a female bike. It was like a girl's bike.
it was.
Because it was so low to the ground and so, you know, it was a great bike. Now, I wouldn't say it's a female bike at all.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, these guys is putting the big handlebars on them, the tailpipes, all kinds of stuff.
I like it. I mean, who is it? Keith O'Keefe and his buddy come out there, and I think they got Road Kings. But you could take that Road King style. It's almost exactly like the deluxe, and you can turn them into, you know, put the high apes, and then you put the fishtails out the back, and I mean, it turns into a really good looking bike. In fact, I want to say those Cholo style bikes have won a lot of our shows, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, we
Definitely.
do.
Keith's won a lot of them.
Keith O'Keefe won a lot of our shows, and his bike's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
So we're here talking about Full Throttle Magazine. We're going to talk about all the events coming up here soon, with the December being the Christmas rides. But right now we're going to talk about the thing that we just announced here. Our bands for the Florida Motorcycle Expo. And I'm super excited. My heart's beating out my chest right now a little bit less.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
It is super exciting right now. We just released our band lineup. We talked about it when we had Bill and Bert in here, Bill Church and Bert in here. And now it's official. Do you want to say the bands? You want me to say the bands? I'm going to say our big
the
one.
bands.
I'll say
the
bands.
big one.
Thursday night, we are going to kick off the national bands. We have Jasmine Kane opening for Buck Cherry. That is a Thursday night that you don't want to miss. Jasmine Kane always stage dives with us.
Always.
Love her to death.
High energy.
So she does Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, one of the better renditions I've seen of anybody doing Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. You got, who's our Friday night?
Friday night's Uncle Cracker, and the Bearded Brothers are going to open for them.
How awesome is that? That's a 1-2 combination you can't get past. Uncle Cracker, look at that. You got Uncle Cracker opening for, with Bearded Brothers opening for Uncle Cracker. They're super excited.
Yeah, they are.
I know that they are super excited about opening for Uncle Cracker. They a lot of fun that day. And then Saturday, we got Bobby Friss opening for Daughtry, baby. That's right. You got Daughtry as our main act on Saturday night. Daughtry is amazing. I've been listening to a lot of his music, and catching up and catching base with him. And man, what good songs!
It's crazy. It's crazy.
American Idol. I mean, he was it season 3, 2, 3, 4, something like that. American Idol. and just phenomenal. So excited. We're trying to bring bigger, better bands. Let's talk about this real quick, Les. Let's talk about the bands and why we're talking and so excited about it. I've seen that we just sold our first ticket, by the way. That's what I was looking at on my phone. I just downloaded something. It said we sold our first ticket. So very exciting that we just sold our first ticket for the Florida Motorcycle Expo. Why is that exciting? Because we've never sold a ticket for the Florida Motorcycle Expo before. Back in the day when my dad owned it, there was admission charges and stuff like that, but we weren't bringing in the bands we were doing, were we?
No, we wasn't. No, we wasn't.
How many years ago did we switch over to Quaker Steak and Lube, Les?
10, we was there 8, been there 2, about 11 years ago.
About 11 years ago. And then last year we moved over to Burt's Barracuda Harley Davidson, right across the street. They bought 11 acres. And we're excited to be with them over there at Burt's Barracuda. They got great property, good people to work with, and just awesome setup and layout. And last year it was under construction, very much under construction. Like we got pavement down a day before, we got cement down the day of.
Yeah, I remember somebody doing asphalt angels, praying, thank God it's
and
here.
then we thought it was great, and then we realized that they were really bad. Remember how
yeah.
The kickstands were going into the asphalt, and then we had to get it was tough. Ken Sterling's bike fell over because it was so soft. Needless to say that will not be an issue this year. It's been sitting down for a minute now, so I think we're pretty good on our asphalt and everything, but we're charging admission to get into the concert area.
Yes, we have created a whole concert venue behind the building. It's super big back there, and so when you go in this, I mean, it's a motorcycle expo and it's all about motorcycles, but when you enter the concert area, it's a full-blown concert venue back there. It's beautiful.
It's cool because you can come to the motorcycle expo, see all the vendors out front for free. We're doing we're going to have some bike parking in Burt's Barracuda. 90% of the bike parking is going to be over at Quaker Steak and Lube, which we're working with Bill Church, and unlike last year where we were not on the right page together, now we're on the right page together. We're back at bike night, and love Quaker Steak and Lube, having a great time out there. But a lot of the bike parking is going to be there, and either we're going to be crossing at the crosswalk at the corner there, or the police are going to be helping us maneuvering that aspect right now. So we're talking with the city. I have some meetings with them. Hopefully we can get the police to cross right at that entrance right there so you can come right over. We're going to have tons of food vendors, tons of places to sit. It's free to come in. John, can you bring up the, there's a schematic on one of the things I sent you. It shows the layout of Burt's Barracuda. There it is. See the blue area right up there? That blue area is all free. So that light blue, baby blue area is where the vendors are, the food vendors. We're going to have some entertainment, correct, Les?
We're going to have bars, lots of things up there.
So the light gray building in the middle at the top next to that big green rectangle is Burt's Barracuda. You're going to be able to walk in there and buy everything because you want to go into the dealership. The dark gray area below that is the property that's being built for their new dealership right now. The concert area is in the back, the white area in the back on the right side of that picture right there, which is where the, what is it, the Rider's Edge course is.
Yes.
So the blue area, the black thing that says stage, the blue area in the front of that is VIP. So you're going to walk down between the two buildings is going to be our admission gate, and that white area is going to be where the show's at. That is enough to probably fit 10,000 people, which we hope is what's going to be there for Daughtry. Yeah, we're thinking. But that's, so you could come to this event. It's kind of like what I tell people the Strawberry Festival is like.
Yes, just like the Strawberry Festival. You can come to the event, come in, enjoy everything, and then if you want to go see the shows, it's just a little bit of an extra charge to go in and see the shows.
And you can't see these bands for this price.
Oh, not even close.
You can't see these bands. Like we were going to look and pull up some of the stats. I know there's a country guy, Jamie Johnson, that we were looking at. Looking at Jamie Johnson to come to and it was going to be $20. He's coming Wednesday, the night that we kick off, to Janice Landing, and it's $40 to get in and see him. So $20 to go see Daughtry, who is platinum, you know, just, I mean, the list goes on and on of how long and things that he's won, and American Idol and everything. It's crazy that you could come see Buck Cherry for $20, or, you know, Uncle Cracker for $20, or, you know, Daughtry, or the 3-day pass.
3-day pass, $45. You can come all 3 days, enjoy everything and all the bands. It's all there, $45.
So Les, give the $45 deal and what's going on. I want to tell right to that camera. Let's do that right now because we talked about this right before we went on air. So let's do that.
Basically, it's $20 a day. Wednesday's a free day. Sunday's a free day. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is $20 a day.
For the concert only.
For the concert only. We have one national act each night with a really good opening band. You can pay $20. I mean, if you don't particularly like Buck Cherry, but you like Daughtry and don't want to come for all 3 days, you can spend the $20 and come see Daughtry. Or the best bang for your buck, you can spend $45, come all 3 days, enjoy everything there. 3 national acts, 3 opening acts. Actually, the concert itself starts at 2 o'clock. We're going to have 3 bands on the main stage every day.
We got Fade to Grace.
Fade to Grace.
Jeff Fatolo and the Quarter Mile Rebels. We're working on Reverend Barry and the Funk right now for Wednesday night. I don't know if you haven't seen them. Bobby Friss is going to be there.
Bearded Brothers.
And then we got some great bands. The whole event is going to be awesome. Talking with Greg Billings right now in 22N on Sunday. Sunday's a free day at the Expo. Sunday's when we do our big ride and bike show. We give away our Bike Builder Invitational Awards. We bring in some great music and just have a good time that day. And that's when all the big money is given away. Yes. $30,000 in the Bike Builder Invitational.
Now that you mentioned the $30,000, I don't think we've really put that out there too much.
Oh yeah, it's been out there. Here's what I want to talk to. We're on the middle camera. Here we go. Les, right now, the first person who goes and buys. Are we going to do 2 or just 1?
Let's do a pair.
You buy a pair. If you buy a pair of the 3-day passes. The first person that buys a 3-day pass, because I'm looking at my thing right here, and I'll see if I can catch it. If you go buy a pair of the 3-day passes, and you go, and when you buy it, on this live stream, the first person who puts a receipt number that they bought it, we're going to upgrade you to VIP, which is a $400 value.
$400 value.
So VIP includes a ton of stuff: T-shirt, refillable souvenir mug, free beer and food all weekend long, of the 3 days of the Thursday, Friday, Saturday during the national acts. So right now, if somebody goes out and buys a pair of the 3-day passes, so it's $45 per each. We're going to upgrade it to VIP for free, and you'll be our first VIP customers right there. What do you think about that, Les?
Sounds good.
I mean, that's a pretty good incentive right now.
That's very good.
These are great Christmas gifts, by the way. You can, for your concert goer friend in your life, this is a great gift. You can go buy that, put it in an envelope and give it to somebody and go, hey, here, Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, you bought me to go see Daughtry. You could change somebody's, freaking holiday just by doing that. So go buy tickets now. They just went on sale. 12 o'clock when we went live here today, they just went on sale today. We just were happy to announce the fact that we have Buck Cherry.
Buck Cherry.
What's Buck Cherry's song?
Crazy. Actually,
can we say it? Crazy bitch?
Crazy bitch.
Yeah. We all know that person.
Yeah, we do. We've all known one.
We've all known one of those, so that's why that song's so prominent. Everybody knows a crazy bitch. And then you got Uncle Cracker. I mean, and his new song "Floatin'" is awesome. Like
it's fantastic.
I've been listening to that a lot. He's got a new song out called "Floatin'," and really good. Go check that out. And of course, he's got "Smile" and all that. And then you got Daughtry, which Daughtry's got some really hard hitting music. I mean. Feels Like Tonight.
Actually, he just released a brand new song about a month ago.
Yeah, As You Are, brand new song released. Awesome, really on a brand new album. It's just super excited to have these bands. We hope you guys are as well. And here's the thing that I want to talk to everybody about. These bands were not cheap. By any means, shape, or form, these bands were not cheap to bring in. Everybody goes, oh my God, I can't believe how much it is. First post we made yesterday when, somebody was like, oh, I saw Lita Ford and Vixen there last year. Well, yeah, those are from the 80s, and they were, I love them, and we had Lita Ford multiple years, but those aren't, current bands. These are, what we're trying to do is bring more current bands, bigger bands that have more, playtime nowadays in the radio that are yes. out there playing. We must have had, how many people on a list of bands that you think? I would
over
say
100.
Over 100 bands. And Kimber with Chasing Talent.
Chasing Talent. She's been wonderful.
has been amazing because we've changed our mind probably about 400 times on who we're going to bring in. We were talking Scott Staff. We were talking Gretchen Wilson. We were talking, you know, and we're like, well, what about Nickelback? How much are they? And then, you know, she comes back, well, they're like 200,000. It's like, holy crap, are you kidding me? So we sit there and we'd be like, okay, moving on. Who are we going to bring in? You know, we thought about Sweaty Teddy Nugent.
Yeah,
we talked.
yeah.
I mean, we talked all these bands, and she was in a meeting one day. We spent a whole day in our office, literally making a list of bands that we thought would be good, and she just went and chased them down and chased talent. So she's chasing our talent for
Just
us.
real quick, Sean's asking about buying tickets at the entrance. Yes, the 3-day passes will be available Wednesday and Thursday evening only. After that, it's per day, but Wednesday and Thursday night you can buy the 3-day passes. And of course, every night you can buy your 1-day pass or whatever, what show you want to see.
Yes, tickets are available at the door. You could buy them online. You know, we suggest you buy them online. That way you show up with your paperwork or screenshot it, and we'll get it that way. So I'm just looking at my phone's going crazy right now. Super excited. It's actually Beth from Bert's Barracuda, where we're having the event right now. She's calling. But you can buy tickets day of. You can buy tickets for each day of, or online. Get them early, you know.
Prefer you get them early. You'll be able to get through the lines a lot faster.
The 3-day passes and VIPs are going to be mainly sold online. So I would heavily suggest you do that online, because that's not going to be much available, because we're in the event already. So I don't want you to miss out on something when you come up to get your ticket. 3-day passes also come with the goodie bag and the beer mug, right? The refillable beer mug that we're working. Listen about this beer mug that comes with the tickets. And then we're going to touch on the base of all this stuff. The beer mug is a 14-ounce beer mug that you get with a 3-day pass, or you could buy for $10. You could buy the souvenir refillable beer mug. $3 drafts. So 14-ounce, $3 drafts. That's 2 ounces more than a regular bottle of beer for $1 cheaper.
Yes.
Pretty good there. But it's going to have Gibtown Bike Fest on there too. So we're working with Gibtown Bike Fest, and we're discussing this right now with them, where Gibtown Bike Fest in January is going to have the mugs that has the EXPO on it as well. So if you go buy that and Gibtown Bike Fest, you could bring that mug to the EXPO and get that refilled for $3.
$3.
How cool is that, guys? I mean, I like the fact that we're trying to work with Wes Burnett and the Showman's Association with them. You know, Nancy, I saw, or Lucy Nicarendi from Thunder by the Bay. They're bringing in Warren. They're bringing Warren the weekend after us. There's so much going on. And January, February, of course, March we get into Bike Week. April's Leesburg. Super excited about this beginning first quarter of the year, and the motorcycle world always is. Let's talk about the Expo sponsors right now. I know we got a page up here we can pull up. It's got a lot of our great sponsors on there, and we couldn't do it without sponsors. That's how we've done this Expo in the past for as many years as we've been doing it, 21 years. Is sponsorships by great people who believe and trust us and know that we're going to bring people and they're going to make their money back and get their advertising out of it. John, can you bring up that sponsors page? There it is. Oh, nope, that's Quaker Steak. But we could talk about them too. They got bands and everything during the event, so we'll touch on them here in a second. There it is. That's the See, it's not just us, John. I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I sent it to you. I mean, I did this all this morning. I called John this morning. I woke up at 7 o'clock. I said, I'll send you everything this morning.
Just real quick, I just posted the link. A few people's been asking. I just posted the link to be able to get the tickets. Just click on the Eventbrite link right there, and it'll take you straight to it.
Underneath the video, right? So if we're sitting there on Facebook or to the right or left or wherever you're at. So I'm looking to see if we sold the 3-day pass. No 3-day passes yet. So we're, hold on. Sold the Friday one. I'm looking to see if we sold them. I just downloaded the app for Eventbrite. Okay, no worries. We got some great sponsors. Of course, our attorney Fran Hosh is one of our title sponsors. He's looking for that image right now, but we're going to bring this up. You can bring it up the magazine, right? You were talking about that?
I can put it right on here.
Attorney Fran Hosh, Bert's Barracuda, Harley Davidson, Morimoto. Those are some of our Queens Harvest. Queens Harvest is those are our title sponsors right now. Great people who get, sponsorship with us is nice because it's different. You don't just get the event and it's done. You sponsor some events where you go, okay, I'm going to sponsor the Florida Motorcycle Expo. Okay, well then you're done after that. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 days. If you don't make money, then you don't make money. With us, you do those 3, 4, 5 days if you do whatever, and then you get 12 months of advertising along with that. We don't leave it to go, okay, that's all you get. You know, we do this, we're in it for the long haul. We want you to be successful as well. You know, a company like, let's take Bourbon on Main, who's going to be our VIP sponsor.
Going to be our VIP sponsor.
Bourbon on Main is going to be one of our VIP sponsors. They're going to do the food, make sure everything's good. They're talking, what are they talking?
Right now we're talking, they don't know whether for sure if they want to do a lunch and dinner or they're going to do a buffet style. They've been talking about crab claws, been talking about jambalaya. We'll have the menu for the VIP out here in probably a week or so.
But they're going to do all that, you know, that's a big deal right there. You know what I mean?
It's very good.
After the event, we're not done with them. We're going to do bike nights there. They got advertisements in a magazine. You know, those are the things where that's where we don't just say, okay, thanks for the expo and we're done. You know, it's thanks for the expo. Oh, by the way, we'll be there next month and we'll be there next week. And we'll probably have somebody from Bourbon on Main in the show here one time.
Absolutely.
You know? I can see that happening. You know, but there's our title sponsors right at the top. You got Birch Barracuda, Attorney Fran Hosh, 866-LAW-FRAN, lawfran.com, iMotorsports, wonderful. Hyder, the whole guys down there at Indian, and iMotorsports, used to be St. Pete Power Sports. Great, great people. Love everything they do. You got Queen's Harvest. 98 Rock, we're going on, what, Friday? A week from today?
Week from today, next Friday morning, 8:30, live on the morning show with all the announcements. We tried to get it so we could get in today, but there was other things that they couldn't get us in today, so we're kind of a week off. But next Friday morning, 8:30, stay tuned for a live broadcast from 98 Rock's morning show.
We're going to have Deuce out there again?
Yep, Deuce will be there emceeing the whole event.
I was with Deuce, was it last weekend?
Yeah,
we did the poker run there, first annual charity for the Rockin' Kids or something like that.
Right here at Newport Richie Harley Davidson.
A road that went up to Newport Richie. Fran was there. They gave him a Sportster. I gave him a hard time. So he used to ride a Fat Boy. I told halfway through the run, I said, Deuce, they extended the ride today. They made it an hour longer. He goes, why is that? I said, well, you're on a Sportster. I figured you'd get back in time.
Take a little bit longer.
I had to give him a hard time, but that was great. We went to Brickyard. Tracy, and then we stopped, or Junkyard. We stopped over at the Junkyard. We went over to Apps and Taps, and then Captain Jack's, and then back to Newport Richie Harley Davidson, which was fun because Captain Jack's is where our old office used to be. So I was like going back to the office where it all started. Man, that was nostalgic when we left there. Remember that? So when I bought the magazine, my first office was at Captain Jack's Restaurant in Tarpon Springs. There was 2 or 3 offices upstairs, and it was the best one at the time, and I needed to get an office, and that's where it was. And we were there for, what, 6 years?
Yeah, 7 years.
6, 7 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Upstairs every day, 14 stairs. Do you know why I know there's 14 stairs? Because we carried everything up 14 stairs and everything down 14 stairs for 6 years. Maybe that's why I'm putting on weight, because I don't have the stairs anymore. Les, is that what it is?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not doing the stairs up and down 15 times a day. That's it. I need a stair climber in my office now. There you go. I see. I need a Stairmaster. I need to put that in my office and just pretend to go up and down 14 stairs like 15 times a day, like I used to. So again, our sponsors. We're going to bring that up again and show you all the great sponsors right there. I won't talk about them all, but we would sit here and just be talking about our sponsors all the time. Just great. I'm going to touch on them real quick. Yeah, we got Morgan's Garage, Suspension Technologies. Unless I can't. What's that one right there?
Which one?
The Eagle. Bourbon on Main, Morimoto, Quaker Steak and Lube, First Choice, Milwaukee Leather, thank you.
Milwaukee Leather.
First Choice Pharmacy, CBD products right there, First Choice Pharmacy, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You got Let's Ride, Chasing Talon, who did all of our Extreme LED signs, Liquid Addiction. We'll talk about Liquid Addiction in a second because he did our motorcycle. Steel Horse Jewelry and Gifts. Steel Horse Metalworks, who does all of our great trophies. He does all the stuff. He does the cutout right here that we have on the table. Awesome, dude. Gulf Coast Florida, West Coast Florida Riders guys. The West Coast Florida Rider guys are definitely one of our sponsors and come out to do everything we do. We have Arnott suspension.
Arnott air suspension.
Air suspension. Deborah Diaz, Family Law. Deborah's awesome, and it's not Deborah, it's Deborah.
Deborah.
Florida Green Magazine, which is my dad's new magazine, the CBD magazine that he started up, and Stilettos on Steel, who helps us do a lot of the tickets. So the $100 an hour that we give away, we usually let them set up, and plus we're all about the female riders out there. You know what I mean? The lady riders, they look much better on motorcycles than we do, don't they, Les?
Yes, much better.
Much better. Instead of looking at those guys, you get a group of ladies pull up. It's like, oh yeah, okay, we could do that. Oh, speaking of ladies, before we get into this expo information, we're looking for a co-host, right?
Yes.
We need a female co-host. Nobody wants to look at these ugly mugs the whole time. Trust us, we know. I mean, this one doesn't even smile. Look.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost smiles. It's almost like a smile there. I can't tell if he's smiling or not. Here, zoom in. Go to this camera. Let's see. Are you smiling?
Yes, I'm smiling right now. Huh? Everybody knows what this means. It knows me.
That's right. Papi Chulo. That's less than. We haven't played cornhole in a minute. But we're looking for a female co-host who knows the motorcycle industry, who is not scared about talking on the mic, on camera, can be here every Friday. Can go out and maybe do some live shots with us, goes to a couple events. We're looking for a female co-host. It pays extremely well, which is $0. But you get a lot of exposure and a lot of fun, and you get to hang out with us. And, of course, myself, truly. So, I mean, that's payment enough right there for someone who wants to do this. But, again, last video that we put up there, I had almost, what, 8,000 views?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it definitely gets seen, and if you want some on-air time to see if you're good at this even, you know, so we're looking for an attractive female who knows the motorcycle industry to be a co-host with us. I do have a casting couch at the office. No, I'm kidding. Dad, I got a guy in my ear talking to me here. So, but yes, no, we would love to have a female up here talking motorcycle world. And talk about everything going on and events, and that way we got something for everybody. I mean, we got the men for the ladies right here, but we don't have the ladies for the men. Yeah. So we need a co-host up here. If you're interested, contact our offices. Give us a call, 727-935-4875 is our office number, or you can email me, Tony C at FloridaFullThrottle.com, or come out to an event and meet us, or wherever. We're always out and about.
Kimber's on watching.
Come here on Fridays at 12 o'clock. If you're up for it, you think you want to just jump into it, we're open to that. So come out here. We're always here Fridays and we'll put the information out there. We Beam TV Studios in are we Port Richey or Hudson? We're Port Richey right up here on 19, and the studio's fantastic. I actually had somebody ask me if the studio behind us was green screen, and I said, and look, it's snowing, by the way. You see this? It's snowing in here. Let's talk expos and all the other good stuff, and then we're going to talk about the events that are coming up this next couple weeks. There's a lot of them. So we talked about our sponsors. There's a free and paid area that we talked about, the free area where all the vendors are. You're going to have some entertainment up there. You're going to have bars. You're going to have the restaurant. Tickets, there's the ticket prices right there on Eventbrite. And again, I don't know if I see one, if anybody's posted on there yet. The first pair of 3-day passes, we're going to upgrade you to VIP, which is a $400 value.
$400 value, yes.
So to go spend $100, we're going to give you $300 basically, and that's going to be free food and drinks for the whole event, for the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Of course, not Wednesday or Sunday, because those are the free days. But during the bands, during everything going on, free food, free beer. For the first pair of 3-day passes bought, $45 a piece right there. You get a refillable souvenir mug. And we'll give you all the bonuses that come with the VIP, too. You get a Full Throttle t-shirt, kind of like the one I'm wearing right here. So we make these in Red Alert, right?
Yeah, Red Alert right next door.
Red Alert screen printing right next in our offices, makes all of our t-shirts for us, does a great job. Josh Miller, good people, just busy, too. Let me tell you, there's a UPS truck there every day, in and out, man. Let me tell you, he is busy. You need t-shirts done, contact Red Alert, Josh Miller. He's in our offices. Also in our offices now is going to be Paulie D. Paulie D. I don't know if he's got an official name yet, does he?
He does have an official name, but I'm not sure what it is. He sent it to me here about a week ago.
He's doing audio installs, and he needed office space, and we have office space available. So Paulie D's going to be doing a lot of audio installs, installation. He did... what bikes does he do?
He's done Ken Starling.
And they win. They're going out to the other audio competitions, and they're winning shows. So Paulie knows what he's doing. We emptied our back garage area. He's going to be putting bikes in there and doing audio, and he knows how to do it, man. He
does. I mean, he did Dale Lampson's. He's got the Reaper bike. He has not been beat yet. Every audio competition he's went to, he has not been beat yet.
And audio is becoming a very big thing in the motorcycle world. I've noticed this. It's becoming a lot of big shows are happening. I think we're actually going to bring an audio competition to the Boardwalk show when we do it in March.
Yes.
We usually have about 200 bikes in that show, and you just did the last one and judged it. And
I judged about 170 bikes myself. Yeah.
You that was a day, wasn't it? After a while, it's like, holy crud! But we were, believe it or not, we were done in decent time and had everything ready at 4 o'clock, ready to go, which was quite surprising.
Kind of amazing, really.
That many bikes judged, and I mean, I remember everybody giving you a big round of applause because that was a day. Because we always go we do it on the boardwalk in Daytona Beach during Bike Week and Biketoberfest. We work our butts off all day. We're done by 5 o'clock, and then we go out to Joe's Crab Shack, and we eat out there at Joe's Crab Shack. And Les was sitting there half asleep like this, like. I was like, "What are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, just up and down all day, judging bikes." Ticket prices, we talked about the ticket prices of 20 to 45. VIP, again, is well worth that. The mug from Gibtown with Gibtown Bike Fest, look at that, $20 a day. $20 a day.
I still can't get over
$20 a day. We just looked at each other. You guys can't see us. We just looked at each other and said, God, $20 a day for these bands is great. We hope you guys understand what we're doing. I know some people are. Some people are already talking crap and telling us, oh, you're idiots. It used to be free. It used to be free when we were bringing in bands like Autograph and Vixen and Winger, Lita Ford. Yes, you're right, because those were affordable. These bands that we're bringing in now are very expensive to bring in. They're big name bands. Basically, we spend what you buy a nice house for is what we spend on bands.
On one band.
On one band.
One band.
So put it that way. If you guys want to sit there and do some ideas, now we're not asking for $1 million. We tried to keep it super cheap, $20, even round, one bill. There you go. That's it. You get your tickets. Come on, have a good time.
Let me hit on something. About a year ago, was it 2 years ago? We traveled the country. We went to all kinds of different festivals, different expos, everywhere. And same thing we heard everywhere we went. Everybody was tired of the older bands. So we basically listened to everybody, and this is why we're bringing these newer bands. We're going to put it out there. Nobody's done it. I mean, you can go right now, search the internet, search everywhere.
Arizona
I
Bike
take
Fest.
that back.
Arizona Bike Fest is what showed me.
Arizona did Godsmack, and you've seen the crowd, and it was gigantic. So, but other than that, look around. Nobody's doing what we're doing. This is the first time that we know of in Florida that's got to do with a motorcycle festival that has brought this caliber of bands.
Now, St. Pete Beach Bike Fest brought some great bands. They had a fantastic lineup. They had a lot. Charlie Daniels, what was it?
Brett Michaels.
Brett Michaels, who was a
Tantric.
Soul Asylum, Tantric, Saliva, all great bands. Yes, what we're trying to do is bring bands that weren't playing in the 70s and 80s. We're trying to bring bands that played in the 90s, 2000s, 2010s even. You know what I mean?
Like we want bands that they're all still alive.
And that's part of it too.
We say that jokingly,
it's
but
not jokingly because when we brought in Quiet Riot, it was just the
drummer,
Frank Benali, and it wasn't anybody else. And it's like we're trying to bring current bands that you hear on the radio that are in a play mix, that are out there playing for you, that you guys enjoy. That's what we're trying to do. And again, last year, you're right, and people don't realize this, we traveled to every major motorcycle event. Why did we do that? Because we wanted to see what every major motorcycle event was doing. You know who had the most people? Sturgis Buffalo Chip.
Sturgis Buffalo Chip.
Why? Because he had current, up-to-date bands. Five Finger Death Punch, Kid Rock, ZZ Top I just saw announced for this next year. And we sat down with him and we asked him, who did he bring last year that we were surprised at? That sold the place out.
Snoop Dogg. Biggest show he had ever done there.
Snoop Dogg at Buffalo Chip, and the place was mobbed. Of course, you had the old bikers, that's stupid, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It's iconic for a person of my age, you know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
To see Snoop. I've never seen Snoop in concert. I've seen Kid Rock 15 times. I love Kid Rock. I'm super excited we got Uncle Cracker, but when he said he was going to bring in Snoop Dogg, and we were in Vegas for the, what was that, the Las Vegas Bike Fest.
Yep, and EXPO.
And we sat down with, and he said he was going to bring in Snoop, and we looked at him and said, that's a genius idea. And he goes, I don't know if it's going to work, if people are going to hate me for it. And I said, got to try it, got to do something. you know, he packs a place when he brings in Kid Rock. Who else has played there? God, Charlie was there last year and saw a ton of great bands. But we see where people are going. When Arizona Bike Fest posted a picture, and they said, this is what happens when you charge, I want to say they were even $38 or $34 or something to see Godsmack. And there must have been 20,000 people in front of the stage area that Arizona Bike Fest put up. I said, this is what people want. This is what we're seeing. They're reacting to it. They're showing it. This is what the people want, not the 80s bands, you know, which, don't get me wrong, I'm an 80s fan. I'm a super 80s fan. But it's not, half of them aren't in the band anymore. You know, Cinderella came up on our list, and so did Kix, right?
Yep,
Cinderella and Kix. Well, Tom Kiefer's not with Cinderella anymore.
No.
No, so what are you getting? Are you getting Cinderella, or are you getting a Cinderella, you know, style band, you know, yeah, cover band? It's like, without the lead singers, is it still the same? You know? So those are the questions. I said, let's get the bands and the names that we want to do, which is why Gretchen was one of our first on the list.
Yes.
And I still want to revisit her for next year.
We actually had Gretchen, but something fell through with her family or something, and she had to back out, or you would have seen Gretchen Wilson there Friday night. I'm
going to do everything I can as soon as this is over to book Gretchen for next year, because I think Gretchen Wilson could be a lot of fun for next year, for the 2021,
yes, for sure.
Which is also Super Bowl year, by the way, here in Tampa Bay. So
what is it? WWE, Super Bowl, and the Expo, all within about 3 weeks of each other.
And there's another thing that's the WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
WrestleMania draws more than the Super Bowl does. I just want you guys to think about that right now. WrestleMania draws as much, if not more, than what the Super Bowl brings in. Insane. Builders, Bike Builder Invitational, we were talking about the 30 grand. $30,000. We upped it $10,000 this year. From $20,000 grand prize to a $30,000 grand prize. Right now, I am pretty much sure that we are one of the top cash prize bike shows in the United States of America. There's a couple, somebody told me that they give away 30, but it's in California, and I still looked for it and can't find it. We're looking for custom radical bikes to enter the build-off. Now, when we say custom radical, Les, what do you mean? Because you've judged bikes. I want you to explain custom radical. When
pretty much, if you can buy it out of a magazine, we don't want it. If you get the metal, you create your own stuff, fabricate your own stuff, make your own tanks, custom radical, something that's hand-built, a lot of love put into, that's what we're looking for.
It's got to stand out. If there's 100 bikes in front of you, that bike would stand out.
You want that bike to stand out.
That's what we're looking for, custom radical builds. Our classes, we got Extreme Radical, Bagger, Chopper Bobber, Antique Radical, actually called that Retro Radical.
Retro Radical. Somebody that's taken, say they take a 2000 frame and they stick a no knuckle in it or something in that nature. That's what that
class is.
Or they build
or it has a new engine and it looks like a board track.
Yes.
Or they have a new build that looks like an old build. You know what I mean? Those are retro radical builds right there. The things that we're looking for.
Like the company Back in Time here in South Florida, they've done some stuff with us. They're building the old. It looks like it's a 45s to 50 years right in that area, but it's actually a brand new bike that was just built.
And then our last one is the metric radical. So that way we can get metric bikes in there too. So I had to come up with 5 classes and try and encompass everything. Now I just had a recent trike ask me if we could put it in. I said no to a trike because, I mean, I can put them in custom radical, but space is also an issue when it comes to what we're doing here. So we have to think that space is going to be an issue. We're only taking 60 bikes. Of course, I'm going to book probably 70 because, as we all know, when you book something like this and people got to travel in, there's issues. There's, people break down, the family things come up. So probably going to try and book 70 to 80 bikes, figuring that we're going to get 60. That's our sweet spot right there is 60 bikes in this show, going for $30,000. Now, $30,000 isn't just one prize, right?
No.
Now, the $30,000, break down that $30,000 less so people know.
Best in show is $10,000. Then it breaks down, or actually with the best in show you get is a $10,000 cash prize. You get a Super Bowl style ring, and you actually get a watch. It's a full throttle watch that we had made for the best in show.
Did you not see this yet? This is This is we made watches. Everybody, right? Everybody's going to
get a watch.
You can zoom into the. I'm gonna pull it up here. Everybody. There. So everybody gets a watch that places in the top 3 of each class and the best in show. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, everybody gets one. And then, of course, all the classes break down. It's $3,000 per class.
It's 15,
total? Is it $3,000 total per class?
It's $3,000 total per class. It's $1,500 for, let me see if I can hold that up a little bit. Look at that.
There you go.
Is that awesome or what? Now on QVC, we can get this for 3 form repayments of, oh wait, no. Oh, that's pretty funny. So
while we're down here, pop open a little bit about the Morgan's Garage Trophy.
Morgan's Garage Trophy. So what it is you get, oh, I took off my earpiece and everything. Yeah. I'm all types of screwed up today. Hang on. I got to put this back on.
Technical difficulty.
There we go. I'm back and running again. What was I talking about? Oh, 3,000 per class. So what we're going to do is 3,000 per class. That right there is the show. Is you're getting that from Morgan's Garage. What he's showing you right there, that is weighs a ton, you know. And then you got Morgan's Garage on the bottom right there. He's an artist. He is not a trophy maker.
He'll tell you too. He is not a trophy maker.
But he does those skull pistons, and he's been nice enough to do that now for the last couple of years for us for our Best in Show. It's super cool. Love the guy out of Zanesville, Ohio. Actually stopped in and saw him, didn't we?
Yeah, we stopped in, and last time we were traveling the world a couple years ago up there.
We were traveling the world doing all the stuff. We said, oh, we're not too far, 3 hours away. We said, let's go see him. We're over here. Might as well go through Zanesville. Yeah. I was sick as a dog. I remember interviewing him and seeing his cool little shop that he makes, and very awesome guy. But he makes a trophy for us, which is very cool. That goes to the Best in Show. Each class is $3,000. $1,500 for first place.
First place.
$1,500 for first place in 5 classes. Then you got second place, which is winning $1,000. Yep. And third place is winning $500. So even if you come in third, you're putting $500 in your pocket. That almost covers your travel costs and hotel for just being there.
For being there.
And that's third place right there, you know. Every one of those first, second, thirds are getting a watch, so which is cool. I got with a great company, SMI, and they made these cool watches. I said, I've seen people making rings, which is now everybody's kind of doing a ring. So I said, let's do something different, and give away something neat that you can wear on a daily basis. And I haven't taken mine off since I actually made it, so I love it. Let's touch on some of the stuff because we got to talk about the events.
Your brother's up here commenting, reminding you did sleep through the trip.
I did sleep through that trip. Listen, I was in the back of my own truck dying. I was literally so sick. I was pumping myself full of medicine, and these guys are hammering through back roads, country roads in Ohio and Kentucky, and I don't even know where. I was so sick. That was, but we drove up to the EXPO. I learned a lot from traveling the world that it's easier to fly than drive.
Yeah.
That is, and definitely shorter time period. So, you know,
don't let him fool you. He's still, even when he's not sick, he spends a lot of time in the back seat because we're the ones driving.
I'll pay for the gas, and you guys can drive and I'll sleep. That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'd say we'll get an RV. We need an RV, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's touch on some of the stuff because I want to come up with a lot of the events coming up. What's next? Poker walks.
Poker walks.
Tell us about the poker walks, Les.
Every day we're going to have a poker walk. Basically,
at the expo.
During the expo, over at Quaker, we're going to pick out some different vendors and maybe inside a dealership, maybe across the street at Quaker. That way, everybody can do it just like a poker is a poker run, but this is a poker walk. Go get your hands, turn them in, best man wins.
If you remember, last year we did this, and we had a wedding proposal. Remember?
Yes, we did.
We had a wedding proposal at it. Miss Full Throttle Bikini Contest is a $2,500, sponsored by Let's Ride Motorcycles. We're going to do $1,000 for first place, $750 for second, $500 for third, $250 for fourth. That's a lot of money to give away to girls right there.
That's a lot of money.
$1,000 best first place. We should have some pretty girls in bikinis. Usually it's brisk. I wouldn't say cold those days because it's still fall or February. The girls are brave to get out there in bikinis. Let's just put it that way. I know they were shivering last year.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Quaker Steak. Well, Saturday, we're going to do a ride-in bike show across the street at Quaker Steak and Lube.
Yep. I think Connie's handling vendors over there. Connie used to work with Full Throttle Magazine. She's handling vendors over there. I think Jay Sizzle's making trophies for that one.
Jay Sizzle's making trophies, yeah.
And they got bands. The band lineup right there. Free bike parking is all over at the Lube. That's where a lot of bike parking is going to be done for this event. You got the band lineup right there. They're doing a bike show. Again, You got vendors on both sides of the street, and I know they're both filling up. I know we're about 60%, and Quaker doesn't have as many, and I know he said he's about 60, 70% full. If you want to get into these events, call us now. I can't guarantee we're going to take your booth space either, because we're only going to sell 2 or 3 of the same item. So if you're selling, jewelry, we're only going to take 2 jewelry people, and so is Quaker. And if you're doing LEDs, we're only going to have so many at one side and so many at the other. So that way, whoever gets in and pays now has the opportunity to make money during the event. There's not 6 different, right? 6 different of the same.
One.
So Quaker Steak and Lube, definitely working with them. You're going to be able to park and walk across the street, whether it's at the side, at the light,
or at the
it's
light,
going to be
or
at the
right there where it was last year. Right by that would be the south entrance.
I don't mind spending the money to make the walk across right at the end, and that's what it's going to be, because we're going to have police presence for safety features and stuff like that. But I definitely want people to be able to walk back and forth between the two. Parking shuttles and bikes less.
Most of the bike parking is going to be across the street at Quaker Steak. We're working with all the businesses up and down 49th Street, the Calvary Church over on 19, a big parking lot done in 110th and 19, running shuttles. This is kind of a logistics nightmare. If you ever tried to move 10,000 people, we're going to have everything in place. Just bear with us a little bit longer. We'll have all this stuff out there to everybody for best place to park. And
we'll have that mapped out too,
yes,
where to park. What we did last year was we had a couple different lots, and then we had shuttles bringing to the gas station right next door, and it's not even a...
No, I mean, it's going to be right there by the entrance.
Yes, right by the entrance. We drop you off and you walk right into the event. So we'll probably be doing that a lot at multiple different spots and places. We're estimating on a short scale of seeing 3 to 10,000 per day, any given day. You know what I mean? At least of people going to the concerts wise, yes, is what we're thinking about. The free area is going to be, that's going to be just hanging out every day there. So
the free area,
we got to find,
that's going to be busy all day.
We got to find places for people to park, and we're going to be working on that. Again, that light blue area that you see right there is the free area. That's the vendors, Burt's Barracuda, Bike Builder Invitational. We're not even going to charge you to go in and see that. The Bike Builder Invitational will be free to see, whether it's in the tent or inside Burt's. I'm not 100% sure. We got to talk to them or discuss that still. But the concert is what you have to pay to go in and see. And you won't be able to see it from outside. Everybody's asking that question. There's going to be 12-foot fencing and around, because this is what we do. So we want you to pay, and we don't want you to come ask us for free tickets. No offense. I'm going to say this right now. I have a lot of friends out there. I know a lot of people. I need you guys to buy tickets, because that's what's helping us put this on for you. You know what I mean? I can't give free tickets away. I wish I could. We're going to give some away.
We're going to give some away.
We're going to give some away. I mean, don't get me wrong. We got radio stations and all that stuff, but come out, buy a ticket, enjoy the party. It's not a lot of money to come see these great bands. It's a lot of money to book these great bands, yeah, but it's not a lot of money to come see these great bands. And I'm telling you from a side that you probably don't normally hear is the back end of a person who books a band in. When you go to see 98 Rock, you don't ask them how much was the band to bring in. You don't care.
No,
it's not your concern. But I'm not trying to do this like that. I want you guys to feel like you're part of the motorcycle community, knows what's going on. I'm an open book, Les. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'll tell you, if you want to chase me down, I want to put it out there for everybody. I'll tell you how much a band's cost, and you'll go, your eyes will open up, and you go, wow. And that's why we're doing what we do, because we want to bring you bigger and better. We want this to be the best event that you've ever gone to. We want you to feel like this is your event for the motorcycle community, for the concert goer, for whoever you are in this world, whether you like motorcycles or you just want to come see Daughtry and you've never touched a motorcycle or don't like them. We want you to come and enjoy yourself. Isn't that right?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
So we're going to do a burlesque show, too, on Friday night. We got our bike giveaway done by Liquid Addiction.
Liquid Addiction.
Liquid Addiction made a fantastic bike. You can buy tickets at $10 a piece or 3 for $20. I believe I have that online, too.
Yeah, yep, you can buy online also.
So you can buy those tickets online, too. $10 a piece, 3 for $20. We're only doing 5,000 tickets, right?
Yeah, 5,000. Yeah. And I'd say we're about a little over halfway sold to them 5,000 tickets. We probably will sell the rest of them during the event. Sure, we're going to.
No doubt. Hydro dipped by Liquid Addiction, painted by 666 Artistry. He put the dash looks like our watches, because they put the full throttle on the dash. So cool stuff right there. Vendors for our expo. How do they get a hold of? Who they get a hold of? Vendors.
Vendors for our expo. contact Sean over at the office, 727-935-4875. He's doing all of our vendor placement and everything this year. Just give him a call and he'll get you in. And I mean, we say about 60% full. That might be a little on the light end. I think it's probably closer to 80% full. We've sold a lot the last 2 days. Contact Sean, we'll get you in there.
I know we've sold a lot. That's why I'm trying to say. But he keeps finding more spaces at Quaker. We went and walked it out, and we were Wednesday night. We were 2 hours over there with a walker and a measure, and he goes, "Oh, I got another couple spaces here." So I mean,
what
we're
are
out
we
there
about 155 vendors in there when it's completely full?
I thought 190 something.
Was it
10 by 10
something?
spaces
Yeah.
that he has available. 190 something. That'll equal out to probably, 80, 90 vendors when it's said and done, because you got a big vendor who takes up 10 of those spaces. So Wednesday we're going to do a kickoff party on a Wednesday night. We're not sure who that is yet because we just moved. Jasmine was going to kick off Wednesday night, but we thought she'd be better opening for Buck Cherry. So we just did a maneuver there where Jasmine Kane is going to open for Buck Cherry. Freaking awesome night right there. I mean, you're going to have Jasmine freaking jumping off the stage diving, and then Buck Cherry singing Crazy Bitch. Come on now.
It's going to be crazy.
God, I hope we could maybe get Jasmine up there with Buck Cherry. That'd be cool as hell, wouldn't it? Ooh, yeah. Anyways.
Wednesday night kickoff party. Should we go ahead and say it?
Yeah, it's possibly going to be sponsored by Morimoto.
Morimoto.
That's
Andrew.
Andrew's good people. Morimoto is just a hard-working son of a gun. He is, isn't he? Andrew, I like Andrew a lot. I just had lunch with him yesterday, and just a very good guy. Knows what he's doing. Business savvy is all get up. I love talking to him. Every time I sit and talk with him, I learn something new. He drops a new one on me. I'm like, God dang, and he's younger than I am. Sunday we do our Bike Builder Invitational and Awards, and let's talk about the Full Throttle Idol.
Yes. Well, I think you're skipping an important one.
Did I skip an important one?
You skipped an important one here.
I did. Look at sorry.
$100 an hour giveaway. Yes, $100 an hour. Every hour we're open from Thursday afternoon all the way through Sunday evening. $100 an hour. We'll have people walking around. You can come get your raffle tickets. If we draw you out, doesn't mean it doesn't go back in. These tickets stay in the whole time. $100 an hour, every hour we're open.
I'm trying to think. I want to say it's somewhere in the vicinity of $4,000 or $5,000 we give away over the 5-day event. And it's a lot of money. And we put that right in your hand. I mean, and we may not announce them all on stage, but we'll have a big dry erase board at our Full Throttle tent. So if you buy tickets, you come back and check them out. If it's not collected for that hour, we'll keep it up there for the whole day. So if you buy tickets at 11 a.m. when you get there, if those aren't picked up, it'll be on a board. You'll get your $100. Like
that's right.
That's what's great. And you know what? Go get that $100. Go spend it on a vendor or buy something at Harley or do whatever.
Do whatever.
It's your $100.
All right. Now we're ready for Full Throttle Idol.
Well, Sunday we do our ride-in show Sunday at Burt's. That's going to be at Burt's. So we're probably going to have a lot more parking open that day because we're going to have the back open.
Yes.
It won't be the concerts.
Will be open.
It'll be over because Sunday. So we'll do our bike show there. Steel Horse Metalworks, Pete and Stephanie making
Dan
awesome
just joined us. About time.
Dano, what's going on? So we'll be, if you want, the Steel Horse Metalworks doing our trophies and stuff like that. But there we go. We're going to talk about a Full Throttle Idol. Full Throttle Idol. So if you want to win tickets, this is something I said, let's see if anybody does this. So you can read it right there, Full Throttle Idol. Video yourself singing a song of your choice, kind of karaoke style, from one of our national acts, Buck Cherry, Uncle Cracker, Daughtry. That gives you, I would say, what, maybe, you can pick one of the songs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what song you pick, if it's as long as one of our national acts sing it.
That gives you a lot of choices right there. You then post it on Facebook using the hashtags below. I want you to tag us at FLFTMag is our Facebook page. Then use the hashtag FTExpo2020. We're going to go through all the hashtags and see who's got the most likes. On February 1st, right before the expo, we're going to see who's got the most likes, and that's who we're going to pick a winner. And that's who's going to win it all, and they're going to get 2 VIPs, which is a $400 value.
Yes.
Pretty cool, huh?
And, well, we did discuss, too, about bringing them on our Friday show.
Yeah, they might be on the show, too. You might have to. Also. Can we get them to sing?
Yeah, let's do that. We've got to get them to sing live on the show. So the winner will have to come and sing on the show here the Friday before the expo. We'll give them their tickets. We'll get you on. That'll be a lot of fun. So, and then, again, we're looking for a female host here, guys. We're looking for a female co-host who is in a motorcycle world, who isn't afraid to talk on a microphone, on a camera, who isn't afraid to go out to motorcycle events with us and do some live streaming.
Nobody wants to look at us this whole time, you know, sitting here talking. Definitely nobody wants to listen to me chatter away, because I could do this for hours.
Yeah. Yes, he can.
Thanks, Les. I appreciate that. What a dick. He says he can do this for hours. Yes, I do tend to ramble, and I gotta go off in tangents. You know who would be fun to have on here? And I know you're going to answer this correctly. Who would be fun to have on this show?
As far as a host?
Just with a co-host to talk. Jersky.
Oh, yeah.
You knew that answer.
That would be a 3-hour show.
It would never end. I think we bring Jersky on. I think I bring him down and we bring him on the show one day.
I think we should.
Jersky, if you're watching, we're calling you out. Somebody tag Jersky in this, Paulie, and tell him that we need him to come in. Hopefully that can you curse on this? You can curse on this normally?
Yeah, I think you can.
Okay, so you could curse, because we'd have to make sure that you could curse on this, and we'll put a disclaimer up before that one. Jersky likes to curse.
Put a beep button in.
What's his catchphrase?
Yeah.
That's his catchphrase. Funniest. We're trying to get him to do comedian stuff. Anyway, he's a great kid. Comes down from Toledo every year for Bike Week, Biketoberfest, the Expo. And puts in work, comes out and does hard work for us and helps us. Good friend of mine I grew up with in Toledo, Ohio, who I went back to for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Have you been back up north at all since?
No.
No.
I don't want to go back.
No, it's cold, all right? I will tell you one thing. It was 30 degrees. I love seeing the family, but man, it's 30 degrees and overcast. For 4 days that I went up there, I saw no sun. No sun. You guys are, who's my northern
Welcome
people?
to the Midwest.
There was not a lick of sun for 4 days. I was ready. When I got on the plane and we got above, I was like, oh my gosh, that's that bright thing in the sky.
Yeah.
I remember that thing. Look at that. We talked for an hour less. We're down to a minute left
already.
before. I cannot believe we talked that long.
That's amazing.
Florida Motorcycle Expo. Tell everybody the bands.
Buck Cherry, Uncle Cracker, Daughtry.
Man.
Get your tickets now. I kind of been sitting here watching the phone over here as these tickets are coming through, and I'm pretty sure we probably already sold a pair of the 3-day passes, but they're coming in so fast we're going to have to search through to find them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see. Look at that. There are some tickets sold on there. So I just downloaded the app, and it's showing me how, as it goes, if you buy a ticket, we'll see. If you're watching a replay of this, look in the comments. The first person that puts their receipt number from the credit card, if you buy the 2-day passes, I'm going to put this out there. Whoever does it, I don't know if you're watching it, if it's on the side or the 4. So I think we have to go.
Oh.
Okay, we got to go. That's it.
We got to go. That's it.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching Full Throttle Vision. We'll be here every Friday, and we hope to see you at the Expo.
See you next week.
See you next week.